Hi there.
Happy Sunday.
No, it's not Sunday.
No.
This is a Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy
So
Wednesday.
technically, this is Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm on the wrong show.
Yeah. Welcome to Hobby Hangout. Please ignore that horrible sound coming from right above us. Today, John can't be with us. He is passed on to another room.
Yeah.
He is an ex-John.
Yeah. He's currently interviewing. I hate doing this because I can't hear myself speak.
Yeah.
He's currently filming with Oriskany for this week's Weekender segment.
That he is, yeah.
And in that beautiful voice in the background, it's no longer a beautiful voice. Don't worry. We have it all crisp and clear. Ben, you can actually wave hello.
Hello, everybody. I'm not just a disembodied voice. I'm now just a disembodied head.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah. So, and now we have two beautiful screens here for everyone to bask in our beautiful beauty. HD Ben, yes, exactly. What I loved about this whole setup, because we've been fighting OBS for weeks on how to get Ben on the screen. Turns out it was quite a simple process of adding code to the program, but it's all Skype's fault. But I liked what Warren was saying, like, Ben, you're awfully bright on one side of your face. Can you move the light? And I was like, I don't think you realise that's a window.
Yeah.
That's no excuse, Ben. Can you move the sun?
I can, but I have to do it every hour.
Just get that off.
So you getting comfortable there?
Yeah. You know, I'm settling in.
Have you guys been up to much hobby this week?
I've been building a few miniatures, you know, getting my hobbits ready for the new Middle-earth.
Always on the Hobbits.
Yeah, I'm always on the hobbits. I'm determined to get them ready for the next tournament.
I see you outside procrastinating, listening to podcasts and building.
Yeah, well, that's for an unboxing.
I've actually been working on this pig, which I was streaming there yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Which I can... It's a Joe K and Twilight collaboration, the Caravan. I'm going to be streaming that every night, hopefully this week, providing I have time.
Yeah, and you did the first stream yesterday, didn't you? I think.
I did. I painted up the pigoo.
Yeah.
Painted him nice black boar.
With the saddle.
Yeah, like he's a proper black beauty.
It's a very nice looking model. There's a lot of character to that sculpt.
Yeah, it was I'm not gonna lie, it was a bit of a pain to build it, construct it, because there's no manual, and there's a few bits and pieces that I had to cut. So see that bit there? I cut that to be the bottom part of the chest because it didn't fit under his foot. And then there was an owl and a chicken in nests above the tarp, which it didn't really make sense. I think if they were just sitting on it, it would make sense. But why would they build a nest on top of it?
Yeah.
Because it's quirky.
It was quirky, but I just didn't feel it. I'd rather, because I moved the oil to the saddlebags to make it look like a trophy.
Oh yeah, I see.
So I'll paint it bronze. It looks better as a trophy, I think. But so sad I missed the stream. Oh, that's okay. Hello to everyone in the chat. Hello to Laughing Boy, Turak, Aurora, Amanda, Midgetina, Jerry, Clockfire Miniatures. Thank you very much for joining us. There's plenty more as well in the chat. But let's
talking of Clockfire Miniatures, I've actually got some of their stuff sitting on my painting desk, ready to be put together. I've got the two vampires that they did, and also a new Doom guy to paint up. Looking forward to that. So
Clockfire, they're the ones.
Sorry,
He's
go
just
ahead.
spreading the plague. You sent us a couple of their models over, didn't you, Ben?
yeah. So you got some very popular Overwatch style characters.
Yeah,
that was part of their stuff.
Overwatch
So.
characters.
No,
Not Overwatch.
Not Overwatch characters. There is one that is sitting on my desk currently, waiting for me to paint it.
Cool.
Exactly. Yeah, I want to see how that turns out.
So let's get stuck into the projects here. Let's just start from the very start. Amanda, she's been painting up Heresy Lab. So let's have a look here. I've noticed as well, in the past day or two, Amanda has put up I think quite a few projects. So I think we're probably going to have to dedicate a whole episode just for her projects.
The Amanda episode.
Yeah. This is just going through the Heresy Girls Kickstarter. So I'm good to see. Like, this is just the pieces.
Yeah, quick unboxing.
Yeah. So these are pretty cool.
Yeah. They're nice
Very
sculpts.
interesting. Yeah. You can see Amanda paints a lot with the destruction in
Yes.
the background. Amanda's always constantly painting. It's very impressive.
I look forward to seeing what she comes up with for these.
Hobbied to destruction, as it were.
Yeah. Now let's horses first, then beasts. This was one that popped up over the week. I thought it was pretty interesting because it's essentially what it says on the tin. You paint horses first, and then moving on to beasts. And it's more like the beast from Kingdom Death.
Oh yeah, I recognise that white lion from when it almost ate my face in the Let's Play.
Pretty terrifying. I really don't like the teeth on it though.
Yeah.
No, because
It's about the fact that they're all mangled and stuff.
Yeah.
Is that there?
Like, is that meant to be that in the lore, or?
I can't remember. I know the white lion it's not just a lion, you know. When I first saw the models, I always thought that it looked like a statue of a lion
Yeah.
rather than a lion itself.
It has that appearance of one of the lions from like Trafalgar Square or something like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, so the multiple teeth, I think, is supposed to add to that. It looks like it's got shark's teeth.
I like
Makes
these,
it even more dangerous looking. So.
I like how angry these horses are.
I think this might be Old Games Workshop.
They're absolutely furious.
I think they're old high elf ones, aren't they? They're the ones that they would have had for the Illyrian Reavers, I think.
Oh, they're like the dragon riders.
You know what they
who
look
ride
like?
horses.
They look like is it Fyreslayers, the dwarfs?
Oh yes, with the
The horse
big-
version of them. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just going to move this up a bit to see if that helps the images. Part 2 on the job. So let's
Oh,
give
Jerry
that-
says they're actually old wood elf horses. There you
Old
go.
wood elf horses.
I thought they were the ones the Illyrian Reavers used as well from the High Elves, but maybe they were a little bit more prim and proper, perhaps. But
Yeah.
I like the colour scheme that we're going with.
Those are the angriest horses I've ever seen.
Aren't they? Terrifying.
Yeah, I may have to check this one out. As I've got to paint some horses soon, and I have no
painting
idea where
horses
to
is the
start.
worst, Sam.
Really?
Oh no! It takes so long to paint horses, and I don't know why.
I've never had to paint a horse. All my cavalry in the past have had scales.
Paint racehorses, Ben. It's faster.
Hey!
But
I'm out of here.
It's the end of the stream. Let's go.
Yeah, that's it. We're gone. He's not topping that one.
The next horse. Let's see. So what are we working
Aha!
on?
I was right. They did use them later for the Reavers. That's true. Yes. I knew I was right.
I think horses are difficult because horses were the main medieval practice for painting because they're so quick, and they're one of the few animals who you could train them to stand still and in poses, but they had such like visible muscular
Yeah.
on their
Fair large
bodies that you
species.
could actually practice your shading and techniques.
You could, yeah.
I learned that back in college. Flexter, thank you very much for hosting. Last night I was streaming and I was painting. Then I hosted Flexter, who was stitching.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's more known for painting. And I brought over a few of my people. And he was like, "Oh God, I'm stitching. Don't worry, it's not a permanent thing."
I'm curious. What was he stitching? That sounds cool.
He's doing cross stitch.
Oh.
So he's learning a new passion, hopefully a new hobby. So he's doing cross stitching. I'm
Yeah,
not
God
really
bless
sure
this
what he-
house sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he was working on, but I'm sure it's over time it will progress into something awesome.
Should put that in
He's
the project thread.
perfecting his needle and thread skills for sewing back the dead bodies together so he can create necromancy projects. So
Yeah, I should move that into the project. It's a literal project thread.
I like the highlighting on this horse here,
Oh yeah.
using the cream on the purple, the violet. think that works really nicely.
That's fascinating, yeah, because it's giving a proper fantasy look to the horses, but also blending it with something a little bit more realistic as well, which
Yeah.
is really cool.
It reminds me of like the 1980s fantasy animated movies and things you'd see a lot of,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
where everything was a lot more stylized and colourful.
Oh,
I watched. What was the film I watched this weekend?
Oh, that's very good.
This is a less furious horse here. Hold on.
I think it's a
sec.
unicorn.
A lot more noble looking
Yeah.
beast.
Not as angry.
Yeah.
I watched Legend. That's what it was. I watched Legend over the weekend, and I forgot how terrible a film that is.
What?
So,
That's the one with Tom Cruise, isn't it?
yeah, like the ending bit is great because it's got Tim Curry in it,
Yeah.
and it's fantastic. But most of the rest of the film is just nonsense.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't remember anything besides Tim Curry of that movie.
Tim Curry's not in movies anymore because he had a big stroke.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Which is unfortunate. I like what's
But
happening.
Dragon Slayer's a good movie. Anyway, sorry.
I like what's happening here with the shading. It almost looks like it's like they're not blending it as much. They're really focusing on the muscular system going on here. So I'm wondering if it's going to be blended in, and because it's very comic. Cell shaded at the minute.
It looks like a flat painting
Yeah.
onto a 3D model at the moment. So it'll be interesting to see what can bring that down, perhaps.
A magical unicorn color. That's
Maybe a wash, perhaps. But
like
Wow.
what people are up to now is changing, like being more experimental with their colors, and I don't know if that's due to the project system where more projects are being seen. Because a lot of the time, like in the previous site, we used the forums, and some people just didn't bother going in because there's threads and threads and threads.
Yeah.
Whereas these projects highlight very specific projects in
yeah,
particular, so I think people are being more creative. They're getting better feedback, maybe.
Yeah.
well, if you've got an environment that allows you to get good feedback on things, then it's a good opportunity for you to try things out yourself as well and see what works.
That actually came out really nicely.
And of course, there's lots of projects you can learn from to try
Yeah.
things yourself.
Exactly,
and
yeah.
bring that over. Which is something I'm finding very useful. Because I am not a good painter, so delving into the projects for help has been useful.
This turned out really nicely.
Yeah.
It's kind of got that like cell shaded look, but like it's not perfectly blended, but I think that's okay.
Yeah. I think was more white and sort of cream added to that, perhaps, to add a little bit more definition, perhaps. But it looks very nice, the final product. So,
I think maybe
it's
some...
a birthday gift.
Oh.
wow, that's nice.
Yeah, the only thing I would suggest is maybe some touches to the hair, some more highlighting on the hair. Looks a
Maybe
little flat.
dry brush.
Yeah.
I would also maybe have gone with, instead of it just being like a green moss underneath, actually adding a little bit more of the like static grass, perhaps.
Right.
like,
This is the ultimate. This is Ben's ultimate peeve because it's all 3 feet on a rock.
Yes. Oh my god.
I shouldn't have pointed that out to you.
I like what Tim says, that this pony is ripped.
Pointy pony is ripped. Yeah.
Next we have the lion. From Kingdom Death,
Yeah.
more or less, and pretty similar technique going here with the musters.
Now this is a thing where I think that approach could work really well because Kingdom Death is all about that strong contrast of light and dark in its
Oh,
aesthetic.
that was pretty gruesome looking.
And it's got the whole sort of anime thing going on and everything as well. So
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's actually because we've got a bit of like a wash.
Yeah. It looks less like the Mighty Hunter and more like something that is starving and
Yeah.
ready to attack.
So it's doing it out of necessity rather than evil intent. So,
But I think that makes it almost more dangerous because it looks more desperate.
yeah,
And
very true.
That is definitely the most wasted. I've seen quite a few takes on this line now in the projects, and this one looks like the most wasted and dangerous. Yeah. Someone get me a thesaurus.
I like the red eyeliner on the.
Just that little touch.
It's doing those little wings that they do.
Next up we have the antelope, which I'm very looking forward to seeing. Doing some zenith highlighting on this as well, actually. I think, judging by how the spray went, it was maybe a bit too moist outside, like bit damp on outside that made the spray do that.
It might just be the way that the zenith's been done. Maybe it was a bit too close, perhaps, or too much. Maybe.
Regardless, the minis turned out fantastic anyway. Next we have painting horses, which we actually highlighted last
Showed off
week,
on the weekender, yeah.
on the weekender. So we'll not spend too long on this because we've
But
already seen it.
importantly for this though, he has split these up into individual project sections so that people can ask specific questions about the horses that they want to talk about and that kind of thing as well. So if there's a particular style that you wanted to learn more about, he's actually split those up so that you can ask questions about, for example, the Pinto horse and stuff.
Yeah, so if you want to ask a question particularly about the Pinto horse, just click here, or actually just click here, and you'll be brought into the comments. You'll be able to ask comments to Brushstroke, and he's been awarded a Hobby God bag with good reason. If you have any questions, he'll be able to answer any as well. These are amazing.
They are beautifully painted.
The amount of detail, even just here on the saddle and the armor, the horse armor, is beautiful.
It's very
And
stunning work.
it all seems quite easy because, like, you've got the skin. He's just talking a skin tone here. So prime black, base coat in Ashen Grey, base again in Dawnstone, recess shade with Eggrax, earth shade highlight, and that's it. That's just for the skin, and it turns out perfectly. Really, really nice.
It's even better because he's doing it on Lord of the Rings models.
Yay! Actually, not yay. These are, those are initial ones for Easterlings and Haradrim, and they are
This one
hard
here
hitters.
is beautiful. If I zoom in here in Photoshop, so you can see
the dapple
just
one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can see the detail.
that one.
You don't notice it till you look really close. Yeah.
That one really stood out to me from the others. I mean, the whole model is great. The rider is also very good. The metallics stand out brilliantly, but that dappling,
Even just the white strip
Yeah.
across the saddle cloth, really nice.
I would be too scared to do that. I would, if I tried that, it would look like I'd just been flicking my paintbrush at it.
I don't know. Get an old brush and just like stipple it on very lightly to begin with. I think it'll be fine. Still make sure that it's not too much of a contrast between the colors, and I think we should be okay.
Okay.
Yeah, all of these, like painting white, there's one for everyone. I think white is very difficult to paint.
Is it? If you go back to that white one, actually, if you bring that up, look at the just very delicate level of dusting going on the legs there.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a very nice touch. Usually when I see people painting mud spatter, they make it look like it's just walked through a swamp, myself included. But that's just a very gentle
That could be
level of dusting.
pigment powder.
Yeah, it probably is.
I tried to use pigment powder once, and I got it all over my hands and all over my painting desk, and then closed the pot and put it away. So.
But did it create a good effect, Ben? Did you look like you've been through mud?
It looked like I'd been on Mars. It didn't make it look like my Doom Trooper was on Mars. So.
Look at the detail in the skirt or the kimono
yeah.
here. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So while hobbying, tried using these guides the last few nights, didn't get a good result. Horses are a real pain.
Well,
at least you know, tried and tested.
Yeah.
It's always good to know that people are actually trying these out.
As someone said earlier, one of the big things about horses that makes them so complicated is that you've got large flat areas where you can't get away with things. So if you make mistakes and stuff, it will just look odd. which I think is a key thing. Yeah.
Oh, Mandapai says, Ben, apparently you were using that pigment powder right, because that's how it works. Only 1% ends up on the model.
So next we have Tin Racer, and this is actually a terrain challenge. We will look at these in more detail next week, because that's going to be the final week. We're going to be talking about it on the weekender, hopefully. Ramp up the whole competition. But I'd like to see what, if we go to oldest entries first, we can see what's happening here. So this is the last market of Bataar. Is this like this looks like GW artwork? Do any of you guys recognize this?
It looks, that might be Age of Sigmar if it is.
Yes, it is.
So, what? Yeah, Fire
Age
Mage.
of Sigmar train piece for a train challenge in this night, inspired by the tales of the floating city of Bataar from the realm of fire.
This is the... Every time I say it, part of me dies inside. This is one of the really good things about Age of Sigmar's setting.
I see here he's been on Pinterest.
Yeah, it really does open up for interesting settings and locations.
That's one of the things, because they've thrown the rulebook away in terms of what the old world was, and they've kind of embraced everything new with this sort of like slightly more high fantasy look. You can everything's open to them, really. Yeah. They can do floating cities and all those kind of things and stuff like that. So
it's a bit. It reminds me of how people approach Dungeons and Dragons more these days, in that you really can go into it with Dungeons and Dragons as its setting. Go into any of the realms and have pretty much anything, visit anywhere.
I love I love seeing people like pick out toys. I assume this is just a random toy that has been sitting in the background, but like taking it out and then cutting it all together. It reminds me of what John was up to with his power armor.
Oh yeah.
Seeing everything coming together in the plan, it's always very interesting. You see the second sketch. So this is what.
Oh, that's a cool idea.
Kind of like a Powell's Moving Castle in the sky kind of thing.
Yeah, it has a very Miyazaki feel to it.
Or this new film with the walking cities.
Oh yes, the one where they're all on.
The one from Peter Jackson.
Yeah,
and the cities that go around and eat other cities. Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Oh,
Mortal Instruments.
That was
that's not it.
Mortal Engines.
Mortal
Engines. That's the one.
Something like that.
So here we go, grinding this up. Liking the
Gotham Staff Sanitarium. You're not doing your job well enough, sir.
The hull cut dissection. It's time to put it together and type. That's interesting. Let's vote for this. I almost wish the voting was down at the bottom. Then I have to go back.
Well, it would certainly help us. Yeah.
So fixing these ship mopping up elements. So these are just random pieces of terrain that he's been collecting. Oh my goodness, this looks rad.
Where did you mention where he got the pipe segments from? I recognise those. But...
I think they might be like Necromunda stuff, wouldn't they be?
I think maybe they're the urban terrain that they bought out for 140k Necromunda, I think. They look like those kind of like smokestacks and refinery bits and pieces.
I know Game Matter, you have some stuff like that coming out soon.
They do, yeah.
This is really incredibly cool though, because you can see the entire size of the ship here. And I'm interested to see what happens at the front bit. Is it going to be left open? And the same at the sides, are they going to be left open? But you can see from such a small ship, he's expanded quite exponentially here.
Do you know what I'd love to see? This is a brilliant idea. I would love to see this expanded upon for the what are the dwarves in Age of Sigmar? The Caradron Overlords.
That's the ones, yeah.
Yeah. I would love to see one of their proper airships done like this.
So this is what.
Get on it, Lance. Take yours and do some tinkering.
There you go.
I don't have the time. Okay, Pulp City, One Gamer's Adventurers. Have a look through this. I like the sepia effect already. Cosmic Comics.
Yeah.
Pulp
City is one of those games I picked up a starter set a few years ago. I've just never been able to find the time to dig into the rules of the game.
Nexus of power that has drawn the interest of superheroes and villains from across the planet, galaxy, and multiverse that has been battleground through the ages. Interesting. It's kind of. It feels a bit Infinity for me
I
here.
can kind of see what you mean.
But let's bring this up. Actually, it's a good idea as well because that's an introduction. Supreme Alliance, superheroes of the greatest generation. Oh, we have cool names. as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, these are the characters from Pulp City.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Spybreaker is your Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
Battlesuit is Iron Man.
Yeah.
As soon as Black Widow and there's Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Are they inspired by?
Some of them
Or
are.
are they-
Some of them
yeah,
are.
okay.
Some of them are very much their own characters.
Yeah.
You, I suppose. Yeah. Perrin is most definitely another
So we've got
European god.
Yeah, we've got Thor here, and
Not
Doctor
Thor.
Strange.
Not strange.
Not Groot or not Fire Guy. Can't remember his name.
The Human Torch.
Human
Human
Torch.
Torch. Thank you,
Not
Ben.
Fire Guy.
Yeah. It's me, Fire Guy.
Um,
Hello.
It's
I
still
don't know if
pretty
I can
cool.
say that that community member's name while on stream.
Bugger off.
Yes. Hi, bugger off.
John is currently filming with Ariskany and
Yeah.
Justin for a weekender segment.
He-
So
He may
Sam's
be
here in
jumping back
replacement.
in later, and I'll be jumping back
You'll
out.
be buggering off.
Yeah. I hope not literally. Okay.
These look very interesting though.
I do like they found that Cosmic Comics building and they've got a little store proprietor.
I like what's happening here in this whole scene because it looks like the store clerk has opened up the store. Like maybe Cosmic Comics isn't really doing very well, and here you have not Captain America, not Iron Man fly in, and he's like, "Oh, customers!
Yeah. No,
Finally!"
Or it's a massive cosplay convention. So.
Yeah.
all I can think of. Do you remember there was a Simpsons episode that had Stan Lee in it?
Yeah.
At the comic book guy store, it's just like, yeah, Stan Lee came back. Stan Lee never left.
So is this just a showcase then of these minis?
Quite possibly, yeah. Unless he's done it as a
A
battle report
story.
later.
I like
So-
the film names there.
That's a crime opera. Die easy.
Serenity 2.
I want to watch Die Easy.
Die easy sounds like
Yeah.
a beautiful Christmas film. Probably be a lot quicker.
Yeah,
Die easy film.
just one bang and oh well, that was easy.
Shows up and he just gets shot by
Yeah.
Gruber.
You know what this thing reminds me of? It reminds me of Robot Wars.
Oh yes.
The red
Oh,
robot.
Sir Kill-a-Lot.
Yeah.
Vertical spinner.
I would love to play a Robot Wars game.
I don't know.
You have
I
to
believe
make
someone
your
made a
own-
board. I believe someone made a board game of it at some point. I'm not sure what.
I met
So-
what do you call him? That's
Craig
Stent-
Charles.
Yeah, I
yeah,
met
I
Craig
heard he
Charles.
was there. Yeah,
Yeah, he was over at Stendhal over the weekend, and
because he's a poet, isn't he? Or...
he's a jazz, or blues and funk DJ.
Wow.
Not so hyped up as he was back in Robot Wars.
Yeah. Well, that was taken over by Dara O'Brien for a while.
Did he do a
He's
good job of it, or
He did.
it was really good actually. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it. So
I don't know.
And then-
Robot-
and
He
then
wasn't
they-
quite. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, Ben.
they then discontinued the series after 2. But
I can't remember. Yeah, like Robot Wars was fun when we were kids, but now like we've grown up a bit. You're kind of watching it like
So-
this is terrible.
Directed to other kids.
we every week in our house we watched that. As in when I say it, that I mean like as adults, right? And we bet on the new series. Is a robot every episode and see who won. So
Nice.
It was always the horizontal spinners that won because they were just mean as hell. So.
Yeah, every robot after a while just seemed to resemble the same thing.
It was flippers
Because-
for a
yeah.
while. It was after Chaos 2 won. It was ones that used flippers for. I have never followed any sports as closely as I followed Robot Wars as a kid.
I absolutely love the comic idea here.
It's a really cool presentation.
Yeah, that is a very, very good idea.
I have
for
a
this.
nice little battle report as well.
Oh.
A great guy. What a great guy for following us. Thank you very much for following. I hope you're enjoying the stream so far. Yeah, these are nice to see that the project systems are not only being used. Oh my goodness!
Catzilla has attacked the city.
Terrifying.
I believe the Stormcast actually probably is a figure of Gary Gygax as well. Super Die.
Ah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to see that these are being used for not just
yeah.
showing off your mini or your paint schemes, but actually used as battle reports. And I love this. They added in birds.
Oh yeah.
Those Looney Tune birds whenever you get dazed.
That's very cool.
Hey,
Oh, a little Beast of War bag as well.
we'd like to see those.
No pictures. Very, very good. I really enjoyed.
That's a
going through
great
that. I'll go
thread,
through
yeah.
that later on in much detail. Have a read through it.
I'm gonna have to check out those comic strips. That is the perfect way to present Pulp
Yeah.
City.
Definitely. Yeah.
It reminds me of Team America. Did seem a bit like Team America there. So next up we have Hero Forge custom miniatures. Ben, did you buy some Hero Forge stuff? I think it's
I didn't
John.
do it. I didn't do it in the end because me and John had talked about it on a Weekender episode, I believe, and then he went out and picked some up to represent some characters that he wanted for him and his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And then I was going to do the Dresden. I designed a whole bunch of Dresden Files characters based on the books that I'd read and stuff, and I was going to get them printed off. But now, I think at the time they were a bit too expensive for what I was doing because I was also collecting other bits and pieces as well. So it might be something that I do in a couple of months. Just sort of maybe get one of them and see how
Yeah.
it looks.
Yeah, those were good designs actually. You got the characters as well.
Yeah, I'll do Dresden obviously. So as the first one.
Of course.
I need to get back into the series.
It's great. My other housemate is reading it as well now.
Hey.
So part 1, introduction to the scope of the Badlands project. Well, I haven't read this, so we'll just give an idea. We'll cheat. Designing the miniatures in Hero Forge. So let's have a look at these. I always really like the. Whenever we look at Hero Forge minis, I automatically click and drag, like attempt to click and drag.
Because they look like the 3D.
Yeah.
This is very like very Shadowrun-esque almost.
Yeah, because it's based on the TV series, I think, from Amazon, where it was on AMC, and then I think it was on Amazon as well, Into the Badlands, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's what he's basing this on. So.
Oh no, I haven't seen
Yeah.
it.
But the thing I like about Hero Forge is that it allows you to create miniatures that are effectively all the same aesthetic, even though they could be from completely covered in different pieces of armor and all kinds of things like that. So that when you're sitting down on the tabletop, they actually gel together, which I think is really cool. But oh wow, so he got the STL files.
Yeah, he got the
And has
STL
printed them off at
files,
home.
and
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it said his brother, yeah.
His brother had printed them off for him.
Wow, that's
for
awesome.
free actually as well. So they're cured by UV light then.
Oh, I see. That's what it's for. I thought they were just giving them a suntan now.
So what are these? The initial print run had to be aborted partway through power supply issue. So these were the original models, which look fantastic.
Oh yeah, those are glorious. What are they?
So that was the bike. I don't know what this was. That's just a bit of a mess.
That's where you can see the base of one of the characters
Yeah,
there.
you
Yeah.
can see the base
Yeah.
here. You can see the bike here.
I'm pointing at the screen and I don't know, that makes no difference. So-
You have to point at the camera, Ben.
I always get that in video games, Ben, where people ask, like, where is the thing? And they're like, over there. Like, thanks. That's helped a lot.
But Laughing Boy in the comments says he designed a couple of characters on Hero Forge and he bought the STL files for them. And he said the print was okay, but his printer struggled with the fine details. So it's a tip to keep the models very basic if you're going to do that. So
yeah, because like this print on this horse seems pretty good. Cleaning up the minis.
A lot of people seem to use nail files.
I suppose it's cheaper than buying mini files.
But
I've
you
seen-
can also buff it.
Yeah.
I've seen some people using like very coarse buff pads, almost to do light to get rid of that kind of thing. But I think you might score the miniatures a little bit if you're not careful. But they've come out all right actually.
Yeah, I find it difficult to look at the details in the mini whenever they're done in clear plastic.
Yeah, they don't show
you
up
need the
quite as well.
undercoat to make them stand out, don't you?
Primary miniatures plus new character designs in Hero Forge. So let's have a look at the primed minis. See. Yeah, they turned out quite good.
Yeah, a few
few
bumps
little
and bits.
touches on the sword. I don't know about here, maybe on the dress, if I can show that off. Just here in the dress. Seems to be,
Oh
like, a
yeah, I
little
see
bit
what you
here.
mean. Yeah.
But considering that's a home print of a file,
Yeah.
that's not too bad as a standard miniature. So, like the key details have been retained across most of them, which is pretty cool. So-
Ryan, can you turn off that fan? Please. Oh, it's his machine.
Yeah, you remember it blew up yesterday, so they had to put in the new power.
Oh. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Something I didn't know happened yesterday. So let's have a look at the new models as well. I like this guy. He's ready for a fight. Prepared. So this is going to be based on rooftops, and it looks like, because these are all like roof tiles or
Or
I think it's
bamboo.
like bamboo because
Yeah.
it's got like a very Asian feel to the show.
Yeah.
So I think that's what they gone for.
Excellent. I'll have to check out this show.
Yeah, I must say I'm probably butchering a lot of the stuff about this TV show, but I have seen it pop up on Amazon and stuff. So
Okay.
So let's
And
have a look at this cool Soul Wars music project here by Brian Fyler. Oh, I keep meaning to do this. So I'm gonna start pasting in the projects. I hope people have been following along, but I'll try and paste in the projects as we go. I keep forgetting about it. So this is a Lord Arcanum base coated. I mean that's a hell of a base coat already.
Yeah. That's a very eye-catching color scheme. It's all gone down very evenly.
Very nice. Let me just delete these first. There we go. Very, very cool.
I do like that people are moving away from just big garish gold armor on all of the Stormcast.
Yeah, I think that might be maybe my doing in the
Oh.
hobby hangouts in a way, because I complained all the time about it. I was just always giving hints. I'd love to see different color.
The drill's going again.
Ugh. Yeah, it's only because like they all look the same after a while. But you all keep the same, whereas I like to see people experiment, especially in the projects, and seeing what people do with them. So I think this green armor, while it's a bit of an odd choice for armor, but I think it's going to work with this color scheme.
The only downside I have with, in general, I'm in favor of them having the more colorful armor. But my only concern is that they get a bit one step closer towards looking like a Space Marine chapter.
that is true, actually. Oh, yeah.
Oh, actually, I like the black on it. Oh, hold on a second. Oh,
What's up?
this is the centuries first. That's why I was really impressed with the base coat.
Yeah.
So we have some tests here. So 3 schemes for that fan is really annoying.
I think that's the drill upstairs you
Yeah.
can hear this time. Up?
Yeah, I'm not so fussed on the purple.
I have been banished.
I like this grey though. This grey and yellow. I think that
Yeah,
worked quite well.
that's a good one.
nicely.
Okay, over to you, John.
You have.
Yeah, I've kept it warm for you.
Thank you very much. I can now take part in the finest Twitch community.
See you all.
Bye, Sam.
Hi, Ben.
Hi,
Ben's
John.
Glorious HD.
I
In
see
glorious
that.
HD.
That is so bad.
Do you wanna see him in full?
You can hear me better now.
There you go.
Oh yes.
Look at him.
Look at
him
that
in his
face.
glory. Look at that door.
Oh yeah.
So John, we're kind of looking at this. I made the mistake of not hitting oldest entries first, but we're looking at some Age of Sigmar stuff.
What's
So
on my
got
t-shirt?
some
People are asking. Hang on.
Tankfest.
Tankfest.
Need a Super Mario Grow sound effect now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is Lena in the chat?
She was in the chat.
Oh, she left.
Why were you gonna?
She had a couple of things. She's just got the
Fallout?
the Wasteland Warfare thing, and she was talking about the models, and she didn't know how to fix it.
Alright. Okay.
Our unboxing tells her how to fix it when the unboxing goes out.
Sweet. Okay.
So, Manda, maybe could you pass that on to her that our unboxing does show little repairs. So.
Excuse me. So I wanted to ask your opinion on these, John. So we have some test schemes here. We've got the green armor, purple armor, and this kind of like gold, grey yellow.
That grey yellow is amazing looking.
I really like it too. We went and they end up in this green one, green and purple, which I think, as a test scheme, it's a bit odd colour choice, but I think it works in the end piece that you'll see soon. Please ignore.
While I like the grey one, I actually think the grey one looks a bit too futuristic. Maybe.
I can. Cheers, Jerry. I can kind of see where you're coming from. This picture is amazing.
So
What is this bird?
It's a wild, just a wild bird. Apparently, Google the wild bird.
Google
for
the wild bird.
The griffin.
An Asian paradise flycatcher.
I want one. It looks like it should be like
It's
a
like its
Slipknot
tail
concert.
feathers would get caught.
Yeah.
Here's the color scheme so far that's coming on. What's the cloth done? I don't know what this acronym is for. We'll work in the gold next.
As far as I know.
Yeah, as far as I know.
Okay.
Thanks, Manda.
So what do you think of the scheme so far, John?
It's I don't know because
So if I show you what's been done finally, this is how it's turned out in its base colors. I think it's all right.
it's a very eclectic mix of colors. I think the green really stands out nicely. I'm not so sure on the Griff Chargers colors. I think they maybe clash a little bit. I do like the copper though.
I think
Or that
the
bronze.
green and the blue complement each other quite nicely.
They do. I would say maybe a wash over this or something, and maybe once the wash has gone down onto the white fabric or the cloak, add a highlight to bring it back up again, and I think that will add a little bit more depth to the model.
You can see
I think.
here
So-
a lot of the inspiration maybe came from so kind of fell off the wagon apparently since 22nd, but partly because of No Man's Sky. So I can see No Man's Sky is very, very colourful. So I can see where maybe some of the inspiration maybe subconsciously led itself into it.
No Man's Sky is that self-generating universe exploration game, isn't it?
Yes.
It's the one that's now actually a game 2 years on from it not being a game.
It's like a PG version of Elite Dangerous with a lot more colours than black and white and blue.
Yes. Yeah.
Someone did the math on that game and said that it would take you 2,200 years to get through the base game content.
Oh yeah, because it's so open world.
Yeah.
So this is Justin's work. So that's
Is this his
This is the
Wild
Wild
West
West
Exodus?
Exodus.
Yeah.
So when was this started? This was June 13th. So let's skip on ahead a little bit. I really liked what Justin did here because he showed what colours he worked on and every step of the way.
Yeah.
So let's see if he kept that tradition up. Apologies for anyone getting motion sickness right now.
Blah.
June 19th.
His
Time to think about expanding. So I think this is the last thing that we saw. He's working about all about that base. Final touches, June 20th. Painting video experiment. Oh, so what's he's working on here? Thought I'd give some video painting a go and see what kind of quality you can get. Tried a free video editor for his phone. So what do we think of this then? If we take this off, not too much audio. I think the quality seems pretty good.
yeah.
So especially for his phone.
Now, obviously, he's doing a bit of explanation here, but
Yeah. Come on, Justin.
put the paint on already.
Come on.
Stop teasing us.
You're as bad as Roman. Come on.
Well, he did learn a lot of his technique from Roman. But I think he's made a very solid little video here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
This
not
is
actually
the
watched
metal
this.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's skip past this a little bit and see what he's up to. Oh. So he's doing a lot of explanation here. Picture of his hand. Oh, he's working. Oh my, that is a very big model.
Yep. He's done a good job on this. I like his layout on this project.
Nog and the Nog tried to click the timeline to go forward in the video. All this I will post this as well. I need to get into the habit of this. Ben, if you could tell me about it, and John, maybe if you can push me to do that as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure.
Light. This is very cool. I wonder what he's using to prop up the camera. I assume.
I think he bought himself a little tripod.
Alright, okay. Yeah. He's definitely making progress on
His
them, so-
photography is good too. It's a good quality camera on that phone. It is.
Nice to see the proper different angles of the different steps of the process as well, which is always good to see. So
Sweet. Okay, next up we have more of Deneb. So we looked at Deneb quite some time ago. Let's see if there's anything up new about it, because I know this is like a game building, so it might not be anything visual for the stream, but it might be interesting in a way. Made some fairly major edits to previous posts which featured art for various parts of the world. So talking about the posts, noting dates, the world. Okay, so a lot of history going into this now.
Kitty.
This is one of the cats. Painted Grimalkin.
It's a kitty that looks about as evil as the two I have at home.
Just about, is it?
Yeah, just about.
Yeah. It suits the artwork, I think, quite well.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know if it's lighting, but I think a little bit of like dash of blue shade maybe. If we want to keep it very similar to the artwork.
Yep.
But still very cool. I like it.
I am paying attention, by the way. I just think there might be a delivery coming. So
Alright, okay.
Have you got some toys coming?
I'm so jealous, man.
Maybe.
You have a window.
Is it Burrows and Badgers, Ben?
maybe.
Yeah.
So, here's the painted Aegis, Mage.
Aegis.
Aegis. So it's called that in Dota, and everyone calls it Aegis. And then you have others, Aegis.
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 Get your Aegis miniature.
You'll be happy to know, Lance, that Hubert Hubbalot has come back
Oh, really?
again.
My
Yes,
goodness.
in a table build vlog that's coming up.
Wow.
He's talking about selling communication hubs.
He sells a lot of hubs.
He does. He sells everything for all your hub needs.
I'm surprised. You seem to know him quite well.
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine.
Oh, I like the map, actually.
Our map's badass.
That's a very
Right,
nice map.
I shall be back in 1 second.
He's
Oh,
away to
right
get some
then.
toys.
You get to see my ass.
That's Oh,
Wrong one.
We forgot the
Quick.
browser on this. Hold on a second. Deneb. There we go.
Haha.
So you can see. Oh, cool. So Deneb is the city then, and then this is the outer lands. Very interesting. Oh, the Axeman looks very cool.
Yeah, it is very cool.
It's quite vibrant, but I like that.
You just
The
hear it
axe
go.
actually is very nicely like shaded too.
Yes.
Turns out the delivery wasn't for me. Damn it.
Oh, what a
Sorry
shame.
about that, Ben.
Oh.
Do you know what I might start doing, Ben? Is like if I can time the postage right, I send you something at the start of the week, and it arrives during Hobby Hangouts. Be like, oh, I got a box, and you'll come back in with this big box, and all it'll have is
We
a
can
little
do it live.
card.
What's in the box?
It'll have a
with
little
nothing
card
in
in
it.
it with my face on it, giving a big thumbs up. It's like, haha,
Damn
I got
it!
you.
Got you, nerd.
It'll just be a box full of empty sprues to make it feel like there's something in it.
Oh, you cruel, cruel man. John.
I'm gonna do that for next week.
Why are you so mean?
I like this project because this is a completely new and unique project. Like you can't get these minis anywhere else. It's created by
Yeah.
Dave. I like this guy's like. I like the
Spell
spell
effect,
what he's
yeah.
going on here.
Just rocks. Yeah, that is pretty cool. A little bit of source lighting maybe further up his arm would have been cool too, but
Yeah, maybe actually. Yeah.
it is a very nice little touch.
I like the sort of Malifaux feel to this, where it feels like you've got like these main characters and then like a bunch of their sort of hangers on and everything, you know, as part of their warband gang as well.
They're-
Seems
they're-
very cool.
They're magical groupies.
Yeah, magical groupies. That sounds good.
I like some of the bases that have been sculpted as well. Like it kind of frames the miniature quite nicely.
Wow, I love that Archmage that was just on. That's fantastic.
This is the map that we've seen earlier. Oh, with the layer. That artwork's very cool.
This does give you like an idea of the amount of work that can go into creating a game.
Yeah.
Because you're not just creating the minis and the rules, you're having to create a
having to
reason
create
for
the
those things
world.
to exist, yeah.
So we'll have a look at Colin's and his nice stuff. We're kind of going through everything, John.
Yeah.
I'm just going from start to finish. And we've been enjoying so far.
I may be starting my super secret bootcamp project very soon.
Wow.
Very soon.
We were talking about this here as well, John. I don't think. You
Oh, is
saw
this your piggy?
This is my pigoo.
Your piggo.
Yeah.
Dude, the skin and the fur is so cool.
No.
Oh, well
Like,
done, man. That is
yeah.
really good.
The only bad thing that I thought about this is it doesn't have building instructions.
I was about to say,
So
it
there's
doesn't
like-
have a butt. Is that
Yeah.
what you were going to... Because you were facing the butt at me. You're like, the one thing that's wrong with this
It didn't.
is...
It didn't have building instructions, and I need to make a little green stuff strap to go down here.
Oh, go down the other
Because
side.
it didn't stretch. But right here, that's the bottom of that chest.
Mhm.
I just added it as like a brace for
Yeah.
the wood, and this little owl sits on top of the tarp.
Mhm.
But it had a nest, and I just thought it didn't make sense because, like, why would an owl, like, why would anything nest on top of something that's moving?
What if it's a tame owl?
Maybe, but like the owl's here, and I'm going to paint it like a brass color as like kind of a trophy that it's bringing
Oh, yeah,
back
okay.
of it, maybe. Yeah. So I think we've seen a lot of this research, the whole Star Wars effect. So let's go down. Sorry about this.
It's like the scrolling text, only it's
Yeah,
just not as
we
cool.
saw up until this. So the whole like staging area, I think,
Yeah.
have some tester for the temple. Runway continues to dry. Taking inspiration from temples in Peru. So let's have a look at this here. If we can. This is probably, yeah, it's a massive image.
See, to me, that could be a Star Wars image if you put a few rebels walking around there,
It reminds me of Skyrim.
and really badly CG'd some walking things, like they did with the original trilogy and ruined it. It's my
So-
opinion.
Using barrows to mark the pattern, and here we have like these pillars for the temple. I think that that looks pretty cool.
That's worked really well. Yeah.
That has turned out really nice.
My only criticism is like you can see the stuff there.
Yeah, maybe
So
a,
I think
a bit more sanding, perhaps.
more sanding, or maybe like what I used for the expanding foam.
Yeah, or like a
Right.
paste over the top of it
Yeah.
or something. Yeah.
Hey, Riskinny, it's as if you and I have just talked. Weren't we doing something like 15 minutes ago? This is my
Mad Drop Bear 74. Thank you very much for joining in. Good day, fellas, and all human types. Those are cool little emotes.
all
like that.
all ladies, gentlemen, and trained hamsters.
Yeah, as
Literally
Jerry
hamsters,
says,
you know.
plaster filler works for that kind of thing with
Yeah.
terrain. So that's a good one. Yeah.
So let's have a look at this thing. So we've seen this before.
But
Fyreslayer's Lodge.
it makes me want to collect Fyreslayers.
Yeah.
I dare not say that too loudly while Ben's here, though, because he'll be like endorsing it so much. Yeah. But the orange, the so stark and bright, and it's so gorgeous because I've been going through a spate of painting World War II stuff, and I'm getting a little tired of olive drab.
What?
Getting a little tired of olive drab.
Oh god.
I do
I,
occasionally
yeah.
have to grab a bright color.
Let me see. I'm gonna do some impromptu hobby looking. Give me 1 second, because I've got a
Okay.
cool thing for the Fyreslayers. 1 sec.
Oh no!
Alright. Is it real fire?
Is
He's
it
not
actual?
gonna bring a
if it-
lighter, is it?
Unless it's actual fire and he has a Zippo in his hand. And he's just like,
Yeah, so these are 25th of June. I'm looking for stuff that we haven't seen before. This is the problem with the project, so if we go for oldest first.
Okay.
June 27th, Rider Metallics.
There you
So
go.
oh, that is very, very dashing.
Can you guys see that on the webcam?
Nope.
I hold that up.
Kind
it's a
of,
black outline.
Let me bring it on to you, Ben, here.
Maybe.
Can you point some light, like in front of it?
No.
So what have you done to this thing, Ben?
So this is one of the Fyreslayers that I picked up, but instead of giving them like normal skin, as it were, I gave them sort of red skin and went with like an iron instead. And I think it kind of worked out. I'll probably take some better pictures and put them up somewhere else. But yeah, just wanted to. That was really good. I remembered that I suddenly had some Fyreslayers somewhere. So I was like,
Is this an advertisement? Are you selling these, Ben?
Fyreslayers, buy them now. No.
Seems Ben is an alter ego over there as well. This looks very cool looking. The amount of detail that's went into this.
Yeah, it's beautiful work. Really beautiful work.
Now we have the basing, which are just random pieces
Lumps of slate.
Yeah.
Slate works well as a basing material, as long as you can keep it
Yeah.
on the base.
Yeah.
The thing is, it works very nicely for what you got with the Fyreslayer, because they obviously dwell within the realm of fire and all that
Yeah.
kind of thing. So you've got lots of volcanic stuff everywhere, proper hard, harsh stone and stuff.
Yeah.
And then it provides a really nice contrast to those amazingly bright colours you've worked into everything as well. So it's very cool. Yeah.
I would imagine that if you used a lot of slate, because I haven't really done any bases with slate, it would make the mini very heavy.
Well, it makes the base very heavy,
Yeah.
which is great if you're working with a top heavy mini, like your flyer.
Yeah.
If you had a lot of slate on the base of that would make it very stable.
Keep it weighed down, yeah.
Yeah. It would, in scientific terms, it would lower its center of gravity.
Wow, John.
I know.
So Wild Hobbying says, how about a view on red function on projects? That's actually pretty interesting
Yeah, that would be a nice idea.
suggestion. We'll maybe point that towards Warren.
Just tell Tom to do it. That's
No,
the key,
no,
right? Yeah.
No. He'd kill us.
We're scared to do that, man. You don't realize this, Ben, but he's beside the door, and that's the only way to escape. So here's the before and the after. Interesting.
His skin tone is really good. But looking at the Fyreslayers myself now, and having played Ben, what was that look for? Don't you dare. I would actually paint them more like what you see in the new World of Warcraft expansion with the race, the Dark Iron Dwarves.
Oh, right, yeah.
So they have like a very dark sort of like sooty looking skin. And then you could contrast it with that ridiculously bright reds and orange. I'm getting into this. No, I can't get into this. I don't have time.
Just buy one, John.
Shush.
Just
If I
just
buy one,
set.
I'll buy a box.
They can work with your Stormcast, John. Just buy
I
it
end
with
up like
Stormcast.
Lloyd. Lloyd went to a Games Workshop thing for just one skeleton or something.
I came back with a starter
He's
set.
like, yeah, you can get a big beastie for essentially £2. Like, oh, big beastie for £2.
Yeah.
I'll buy the box.
That's how I ended up buying the Renegade Knights box. It's like, you essentially get another Imperial Knight for free, and I was like, for free?
For free? For free? Here we go, John. We're looking at some
Oh, do
Andy
we
stuff.
have to look at Andy's stuff?
Yeah, we
Because
do.
it hurts me every time. I want to cry.
Is that there a... That's a what do you call it? A sticker. What do you call them?
Transfer.
Transfers.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
It's a transfer over a sheet of paper
Yeah.
by the looks of it.
It looks like he's like weathered a bit too.
Yeah. Now remember, folks, we're showing this as a historical context piece. Just because of the nature of the symbols. I'm just saying, this is historical context.
Just in case, please don't ban us on Twitch. We're not. We don't believe it. What is this thing in the ground? Is that an objective?
I'm glad you asked.
Oh god. How did I leave?
It's a... Shut up.
It's a drop pod for.
Damn it, Ben! It's a parachute container.
Okay.
Oh, I was just making fun. I didn't think it was.
It
an
was
actual
true.
drop pod.
It's a parachute
Okay.
container. Because if I may, am I allowed? Can I have
No.
a quick tang?
I mean, you're going to
Yeah,
do it
sure.
anyway.
I'm going to have a tang anyway. Yes. The German Fallschirmjäger didn't drop with their rifles attached to them. They didn't carry their rifles into battle. They put all their guns, their machine guns and everything into this box and pushed it out of the plane. And then they jumped after it, only armed with pistols.
Wow.
So wherever the container dropped, that was their first objective. They had to run to it to get their weapons. Yeah,
That sounds heroic and crazy at the same time.
They didn't do that for very long. They gave up on
Our
that.
guns
idea.
have ended up in the sea, Fritz.
Hans, no MG for you today.
Not again! Andy has flown through these minis.
Apparently, the Dutch paratroopers did it as well, and it did not do well in World War II.
No, it's the same with the Germans. It didn't go well.
As Flickster says, sound optimistic. Yeah.
Ooh, that is...
I love the big amphibious stuff.
Is Andy going to be bringing some like his bolt action stuff with him? He's
Is-
coming to the boot camp.
Is he coming to the boot camp?
I think he said he was.
Did he miss this one? I don't know.
Doesn't matter. We don't need Andy. We just need his minis.
Yeah,
That's fine.
yeah. We only love him for his minis.
These are. I think we've seen some of these ones.
And he is coming to the boot camp, or skinny sense. That's good.
Ah.
And from what Jerry can tell, everyone is bringing some stuff as well. So, very cool.
So
Yeah, I've noticed that. Like Commodore Rob's been talking to me about bringing in his own British force over and all sorts.
Do you think people who are coming to the boot camp and haven't got their armies painted, they'll just like pass them off to Andy, and Andy will be sitting there like a proper little sweatshop.
He's going to be the commission painter of the weekend.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to be painting anything.
Andy will be full on pints and paint pots surrounding him with just a pile of minis. One side unpainted, one side painted.
And then the middle pints.
He's dipping paintbrush into pints, drinking water. Like, oh no!
I am
done
the
it
paint
again.
now.
He does put out an insane amount of stuff, though.
He does, yeah.
I think he's vying for
Oh,
my
I like-
job, man.
I like
think
this
that's what
guy.
he's doing.
Mm.
He wants
I think,
my job.
yeah, I think we saw this one before. Let me just paste this project in. I keep forgetting.
Major Benford Sykes.
I love that he names everyone.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's a gorgeous little touch. Like, have you seen the stuff he sent over to us, Ben? Like the German army that we have in the studio.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
all
I've seen
painted.
that stuff.
Oh no, Pun Dancer's here. I mean, Sun Dancer's here.
Yeah, he came in my stream last night and just brought the mood right into the toilet.
Sun
kid, I joke.
Dancer, you see the tanks I took photos of just for you. That sounds very ominous, Mr. Dancer.
So here we have exploring some Volsung from 144 artist. Let me paste this link in so I don't forget. Lady Quimby, I liked Lady Quimby.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get Painter unfortunately, but I really like the base as well.
We still have her in unpainted form.
I know. It's because I didn't get to paint it. I didn't have time.
You're gonna have to
So
make some time.
the amount of models that I painted for the boot camp though, I just didn't have time for her. But I still really enjoyed painting with Volsung. Mostly because they were all individual minis. I didn't have to
And most
worry
of it's metal and brass, I suppose. So.
Yeah.
Ooh, the verdigris on the lamppost. I didn't notice that. But
Now
yes,
that,
that's
yeah,
very
it
nice.
said that is really cool. I love the fact that it's a white wall tire. something about a white wall tire just screams class to me.
Would you be able to get them that big?
Well, clearly she did.
Yeah.
That is a brave dress to be wearing on a bike that quick.
Yeah, very true.
Brave is one word, yeah.
I like the shine on the goggles here.
Mm-hmm.
Even the shine on the lipstick.
Oh my god, yeah.
That's a really neat touch, that, yeah.
Yeah.
Archibald Armstrong. Let's vote for these.
Digging that big arm though, that
I mean,
all the little cogwheels.
it
and
just
stuff.
I've been playing a lot of Doomfist recently on Overwatch.
Yeah.
This is just what this guy is.
Steampunk Doomfist. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be the next skin. So,
Oh, I hope so.
yeah. Unless it already is, I suppose.
I don't think it is yet. No. There's one of them wearing a suit though, which is pretty dapper.
This is very, very well concealed.
Mm-hmm. I
Don't
do.
you even think about trying striped pants on me again?
I do have to wonder if when the guys are designing their minis for Volsung, do they just buy a big box of watch parts and they're like, do you know what? If we stick this onto the green, it's going to make it look 10 times more steampunky. It's like, yes, it will. Do it.
Oh, we've got a wee vehicle as well.
A little truck. Was this another purchase they did? Oh, the car.
That's a proper Batmobile right there.
Yep. That is Suavemobile.
Suavemobile.
Suavemobile. It's beautifully shaded. White wall tires.
White wall tires as well. It is very nicely shaded. I don't know if it's the lighting that's doing the purplish tone.
I think
Maybe
it
there's
is.
a little wash in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to see the butcher, the chef.
Yeah.
I love these two models here. Then you have, is that Sir Zachary, is it? Or
Yeah.
I think.
Yes. Seriously,
Well, John's going to be away for
we
a
need to
while.
end the stream right now.
Should we just stop for 10 minutes
Please
and
don't
watch
wa-
that?
There's a new Overwatch short for Diva, and that's John's main. And Ryan's watching the other computer over there. Don't worry.
Because he's put it on the other screen. That's okay. Good.
I think we saw these before.
I
Yeah,
think I'm
we
about
saw,
to cry if I don't see it.
yeah, we saw these ones, but I just want to look at them again. I think this is absolutely fantastic. Just this one mini in particular. It's really well done as well. Really well painted.
It is superb.
And the stripes
And
and the
not
trousers.
just
for
because
this
it's
guy.
got a big, not just because he's got a big bushy beard on the gardener either. But
Let's go back up. I forgot to vote on the Lady Quimby.
I just have to text Laura to tell her it's a Diva short.
Short what?
Diva short.
So here we have Not Dune 1984. With all this talk about Dune, I've always seen it in like bookstores and stuff, and I always considered buying it, but I have no knowledge of what Dune is at all. And then I only recently found out by watching the trailer that Dune is another planet, and they go after spices, a spice of life or something.
Spice must flow.
So yeah, I have no knowledge of the whole Dune universe, and yet you guys were going crazy over like the new Dune release. I was like, what is so good about Dune here? I don't know anything about it.
To be fair, I've only seen the movie. I've never read the books or anything.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It doesn't seem like something that would pique my interest though, because I'm not a big fan of like sci-fi, like Total Recall, because that's what I get from this is the Total Recall kind of stuff. So I don't know if I would enjoy it as much. So here we have the beginning of a very difficult time on House Carino. These are pretty cool though. So
They are adorable.
I assume these are just like because it's not Dune, but they're just like replacement figures.
Yeah, he picked those figures up from Revel, is it? I
Revel,
think?
I would always say.
Revel, that's the word. Or is that just a flyer that is from a Revel?
I want a Game of Thrones in space.
Revel.
See, Game of Thrones in space still wouldn't sell it to me because I just hate Game of Thrones.
I'm not enjoying Game of Thrones these recent series.
The new series is last couple of series have been terrible. So.
Yeah. I think they're just doing it just to get it out of the way now. I
think so. Although they're making a prequel as well, so.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Doesn't need
Well,
a prequel.
it'll keep some of the prop designers in Northern Ireland occupied.
But
I didn't even like the books either, but never mind.
I know you didn't like the books. I didn't want to mention it, Ben.
Oh no, I'll mention it. He's a terrible writer.
Hey Ben, you know what's a horrifying thought? John, you won't like this either. But kids who are going to university this year are younger than the Matrix film.
Ah.
Oh, what? I remember a kid.
And Toy Story 2.
Oh, what? I remember sitting in secondary
We're
school
old.
when Matrix came out, and the sixth form room essentially became the conspiracy theory room. It became the what if the Matrix is real? And it became all this really deep, interesting conversations. And then the second movie came out, and the third movie came out, and everyone lost interest because those movies were rubbish.
No, they weren't. They were great.
They were rubbish.
The first movie was very good.
The first movie had some genuine intrigue in it.
Yeah.
And then when it all got spoiled by the end of the second movie, you were like, eh.
Yes, Collins, we did look at your temple build. We did look at that, and we had a look at your stones and the sort of ruined structures.
We spoke about. Well, I give the advice that I think you can see the cuts in the temple walls. So I think a little bit sanding or even what do we call it, grout?
Yeah, some kind of material to cover it up.
Plaster filler.
Plaster filler would work. I think well with it. Only just to hide the corners. I think it all looks fantastic. I think it's just you can still see the cut marks on it.
Very good though. Very good though.
Was Captain Picard in the movie? I say Captain Picard. Only because it just looks like.
I didn't realise. I couldn't remember him being in the movie, but apparently he was. So shows how much I paid attention to Dune when I watched it. So
Or Doom in this case.
Or Doom.
These are references for the Harkonnen.
Harkonnen.
To this.
How's Harkonnen?
That's basically how you go to a cybergoth party. Only with less neon on it for some reason.
So many gingers that are going to die in Arrakis. Everyone's ginger. Light vehicles. Oh, I like this vehicle. That's pretty cool.
It's not a warthog. It's a not warthog.
Yeah.
Dave says, as a kid, you always had to really enunciate the U so people didn't confuse the game Doom with Dune. There we go. Yeah.
Dune. Yeah. Ooh.
I'm digging the shading on the windows.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's a conflict pig. It's not a warthog, it's a conflict pig. Don't you dare watch that on that screen. I don't want to see any of it until we're finished streaming. I can't not look at it.
Look at this tank though, John. Look at that instead.
It's gold.
It's a gold tank.
Very much embracing the old school aesthetic of the films.
Yeah.
So. How do you make it look sci-fi? Painted gold.
Yeah, painted gold.
Painted shiny.
Add blinking lights all over it.
Yep. Oh, that's pretty
Well,
badass. I like that camouflage.
They've really gone to town on this whole project.
Yeah.
I didn't realize Dune was this big. I've only started to learn about it this week.
I think
Do not. It had like an RTS and everything, so there's loads of different factions and all kinds of things. So. Yeah.
Sorry,
He's not looking at it anymore. He's looking at gameplay. Don't worry. Well,
That
no,
is a really
Steve.
cool mod pack as well.
Stop.
So here we have Subadai's fantastic fighting forces. I can't get over these.
Fantastical fighting forces.
I
Some of
can't-
these
I can't get
project
over these
titles
horses.
are great. The horses?
Yeah,
Why?
because they're clearly old sculpts and they just look so.
Considering the new
ridiculous.
undead sculpts from Games Workshop, yeah.
Mm.
It's, yeah.
Like it just looks like the
It's
legs.
classic Tomb Kings.
Yeah.
The legs look like straws.
It has come a long way though, hasn't it?
We'll give them some skill for that because it's a very good paint job.
I thought you were about to say it would be very hard to make those horses look that good.
Oh, I remember these things. Do you remember these come up on the Weekender?
What are
These
they?
creepy looking people.
Oh yeah, because I really
Yeah.
liked them, and Justin said they were terrible, and
Yeah, Justin.
I was
hated them.
I was
Hold on a
defending
second,
them.
John.
So
I thought they were pretty cool. I like.
Do you know what though? This guy here, the sort of devil rooster thing, it kind of reminds me of that cosplay that Ben really hates.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have the devil rooster. You have this guy
The
with
devil.
like a face on his chest, faces on his shoulders, faces on his elbows, and even faces on his knees.
Yep.
the rooster guy is like Foghorn Leghorn when you steal his chicken, or well, not his chicken. When you try and make him into chicken, because
This
he is a
one's got
chicken.
Yeah, this one's got a face on knees and crotch. So terrified in all levels. This one here is
Same.
yeah.
Shoulders.
shoulders,
Head,
knees,
shoulders,
and
knees, and toes.
not toes.
Yeah, Subadai is correct. These are the medieval demons by Antediluvian. Yeah, because they did them as a Kickstarter, which was very cool. So
It was
They're-
one of the weirdest Kickstarters I've seen. Whenever, because I think it came out just maybe after I started working here at BSOR. Remember you
think
guys
so,
looking
yeah.
at it? I was like, "What the hell is going on? What have I signed up to here?"
and this was also the
here. So I think we've already
Yeah.
seen these. So
yeah.
how we
They also do a range of dinosaurs, which are very cool. They're the old school Victorian style of dinosaur, which is very neat. So
I really like the tiny dwarfs.
Yeah.
I think they look really cute, really cool.
That's the older school fantasy.
it
dwarf.
is, yeah.
I remember I fell in love with them at one point, Ben. This is before you knew of us at Beast of War. I actually had a dwarf army that I never painted.
I salute you, John.
John was a dwarf guy.
Yeah.
So here's
There's always got to be a dwarf guy.
Here's the train challenge from
Oh, Tom.
Tom D. This is the Crash Vertibird.
This looks
So-
amazing.
Yeah, this is. I believe it's just. Yeah, it's finished. So we'll just go through the finished things because John will look through all of the stuff next week.
If anybody wants to know how big that vertibird is, excuse me a minute.
Yeah, don't worry, John. John's going to get his not Vertibird. So, Tom D and John, they've been talking very nicely towards each other. They've been cyber dating, and Tom D has agreed to print out another vertibird for John, and John got it through this week, and it's amazing. Absolutely outstanding piece of equipment and engineering that's went into it. Let me bring it up full screen here for you, John.
Look at it!
Show it off in full.
It's so awesome.
Like, there's a couple of little, like, what would you say, mold lines and stuff, but I think, like, overall Tom D has done an amazing job.
I can't put my headset back. Help me. Thank you. It's... I'm so thrilled to have this, because I get to tinker with it now and get it all painted up and everything, and it's... Oh, it's so pretty, and you can take the top off and get... There's cockpit detail and everything in there too. He's done
awesome.
He's done a really fantastic job, and I can't wait to paint it.
Is it heavy? How heavy is it?
It's about 300 grams, maybe less. In fact, probably a fair bit less, maybe about 200 grams.
Cool. Are you gonna put this on like a base, or are you just gonna do it as is?
I feel like I like doing that.
Hang it from the ceiling.
Yeah, I'll hang it from the ceiling with like a T60 guy hanging out the side, firing away at the minigun, because there's a minigun with it as well. But Tom, thank you so much for sending this over. It's absolutely amazing. It was totally worth the wait. Have we froze our webcam?
Maybe.
I think we have.
Let me just check back. Yeah.
Yeah, our webcam's busted.
What has happened?
What have you done?
I haven't done anything.
This is your fault somehow. Yeah, it's an opportune place to freeze, to be honest.
Yeah. Webcam. Okay, there we go. We should be back now.
There we go.
I think the software just crashed a little bit.
You watching Andrew JRT now too? Yeah, it is.
So there's some fantastic pieces that have come out of these projects. We've already seen this, so I think we'll wait until next week to look at these in more detail. But the Train Challenge has really brought some fantastic projects to light here. So we have Amanda. Amanda's done plenty of projects, so I think, John, in the next couple of weeks we're going to have to just do an episode covering all of Amanda's projects.
Amanda special.
Yeah, because there's quite a lot of them now.
Yeah, an Amanda special. Amachan's 2-hour special.
When painters go wild.
So here we have like the road barriers. These are all for the Fallout game that Amanda's been patiently waiting for. I don't think she's got it delivered just yet.
Were these
as well?
Those barriers, are they secret weapon barriers? They look very similar to them. Did she say?
No. I'm sure maybe down below. Have some clean-up work and the plastic putty and stuff. Have some cool wheels. Little teddy bears.
I love the teddy bears.
Mounted on a plank of resin to get them off. I guess it would be quite difficult to peel off that.
Micro art. Okay, Amanda.
Those teddy bears need to be objective markers in something.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like the teddy bear here that it's roasting marshmallows. Here in this one, so let me bring it up in Photoshop here. You can actually see what's going on.
She has taken like one of the more creepy aesthetics from Fallout, like particularly from Fallout 4, with all these teddy bears all over the place, and like some are reading newspapers, some are wearing little helmets, they've got cigars and stuff like that, and you see some in more compromising positions too. But they are all over the place, and if you want to spend a day in Fallout just trying to find them all, you'll spend a week. But it's a lot of fun to do it.
Yeah, so this is this is just the scatter train. My apologies, but I thought it was. So the next one is actually the train challenge from Amanda, the Happy Radiation Pond. It's come a long way. It's starting to look like a finished project now. You see the muddy river of the train waste. I think it looks fantastic. So I don't know if it is the Vallejo. Oh, I thought, is that the water effects? Not too sure.
Not sure either.
It looks like a chocolate wonderland. It does look like it. It looks like a Galaxy advert.
It's a very strange Galaxy
Yeah.
advert.
Isn't it?
No water effects yet. We've all been told that now.
Uh-huh.
That crackled earth effect is superb. Really, really superb.
Uh-huh.
This whole project.
Even this thing in the background, which I was really against at the start.
You were horribly skeptical about the polystyrene.
I really didn't think it was going to work out so well, but it's turned into quite an amazing project now. It looks like a lava flow that's came down. Really interesting. I think it's worked out really well. It's such an easy way as well, just to plug in some broken branches into your terrain. Why not? Totally works.
Why get fake trees when you can use bits of real tree?
Yeah.
It's authentic.
Oh, hold on. I've been non-biased to these, so I have to.
You're not casting your vote on them.
No, I'm not casting my vote on the train challenge because I don't want to be too. I don't want to be biased. So I'll just let the community vote completely on those. But we have 40k Inquisitor Kill Team by Jim Bob 86. We have 4 recommendations, so it's a very early project at the minute.
Oh my god, that guy's Cal Jericho.
First step is to make the model a little less fantasy. First thing is to go to the arrows from the quiver. Alright, okay. This works quite well, actually.
So yeah, this is a really awesome take on it. Yeah.
It's a great piece of conversion.
Yeah. It's only got 3 fingers, though.
It's not a human.
Oh my. And then we have quick conversions as well on this little dwarf character.
Is that a genuine squat?
Hold on a second. Here we go.
Is that a for real squat?
It's a Thunderer from Warhammer Fantasy.
Really?
Yeah. I believe I have some of those in. Oh no, actually no, that is a squat, isn't it?
It is a squat.
Because it's got a proper.
It's like a bolt gun
40k
or
weapon.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I wouldn't have converted that.
There is Cal Jericho.
See here, Cal Jericho. Let's look at the paint job on this though. That was very nicely done. Holy crap, the details on the face.
He's got a proper old weary warrior sort of look to him.
Cal Jericho had a really fantastic set of stories written about him.
Yeah.
He's very cool.
The detail on the face is really good. Ryan. Sorry. Could you not?
Stop making noise over there.
Your computer's loud enough. Who died?
Ryan.
Ryan's going to die in a minute if he keeps this up. I really like it seems to be done in a quick fashion, but he's still getting a lot of detail into the faces and stuff. What's going on in the shins there? Is that like
It's
scratches?
meant to be like scroll work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it
What is the mechanical doge from? Because I want like 6 of those.
That's Wild West Exodus, I'm pretty sure.
It is, isn't it?
Very, very cool. I like that stuff. Very nice conversions going on there. What time do we have? We've got 15 minutes left, so we'll have a little look here. It's Shadow of the East, Lord of the Rings, Eastern Army build. This is from Brushstroke, so we're bound to see some really nice work here.
This is where he used all his horse painting skills.
Oh, I love the detail on the bases here.
Everything has to have a skull.
You always gotta have skulls. Little freehand on the cape. John, I want to see what you think of. Hopefully, it'll come up here soon. It's not the horse. It's not the bases. It's another horse that I might get to see. I don't think so, but it's some amazing freehand work. Even actually on this, like all of these cloths. I think we may have seen these before.
I think we
recently
did,
as well,
yeah.
but we can have another little mosey.
Yeah, because it was Camel, the Easterling, and his forces as well here. So, yeah.
I think I mentioned before that I liked that the bows actually had strings on them.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah. I just noticed that one though.
Yeah, they have strings on them. You don't see very often in minis. I don't think people
You don't
really
see
care.
many strings on bows these days in miniature gaming.
No.
That's going to be my next persona. Don't know what we're going to call him though.
So here, this is from Midget. He's been asked to my friend to paint some Skitarii Rangers for his army because he's not patient enough to paint such small units. Yeah, some people, myself included, sometimes don't have the patience either. So here we have these past few. Let's go for it. This is a new post, so let's.
It's kind of funny.
look
I
here.
can paint armies fairly easily, but I gave up on my kill team. I was just like, I have it. I have the models. I have them converted. They're primed and they're base coated. No.
Assembling for the first time. I think you did a really good job on the assembly here.
Yeah, very clean.
I'm really sad that the arrow keys don't work.
Tell Tom. And it's interesting that they're not
Tell him
mounted
at
on
the
the
end of the
bases, though. That's the interesting thing.
Mm.
Like, I normally will do like the main sort of legs and the body and head, then stick the model onto a base, and then do the arms and the accessories, because it gives me a better thing to hold on to. But that's neat. But,
Fishy66, thank you very much for following. So as a first time like builder and painter, Midget, I think you were in the chat. How did you find working with, like, because this is quite a big army to begin with, and it's quite a detailed army as well.
Well, that's the thing with the likes of Skitarii and stuff, and particularly more recent Games Workshop stuff, is that the models have so much detail on them. You can either do one of two things. You can paint every single friggin' detail and drive yourself mad, or you can block color stuff and then give it a wash, and it will still look just as effective.
yeah. Block color, wash, pick out like important things like lights and lenses, maybe, and then you're kind of done then, aren't you? So,
And if you leave it after that wash step and doing those little extra details, you can always revisit it later to do a highlight step if you want.
If this is your first paint, this can't be your first paint because this is too clean.
Midget says she was very anxious.
I don't blame you, especially doing it for someone else. Anytime someone asks me for a commission, I'm like,
I like the color on these because it's not like the dark crimson red. It's kind of like a lighter fluorescent red.
it's very punchy.
Getting the inside of the cloaks different to the outside's very nice as well. It's a good little touch rather than just doing all as a base color, so that's nice. So,
Fantastic work. Really nice. Very clean paint job as well. Keep painting because if you do, you're going to be a pro in no time.
I'd only painted 4 or 5 chibi miniatures from Simon before this, so
That's ridiculous.
there you go.
I think that'll be all from this week. We'll take a break now. John, do you enjoy that? Seeing Ben's face on screen?
I did
for a while?
enjoy seeing
Yeah.
Ben's face. It means that when I say something stupid, I can actually see his reaction without him having to say anything.
If you don't know who we are from Beast of War OTT. OTT stands for OnTableTop. You can come across to our website beastofwar.com or ontabletop.com. You can see all the cool news that we have. What we've been looking through is the projects right here, and yeah, we have a lot of things coming up tonight. I am going to be streaming hopefully around 7 until 9 the Caravan, which is right here. So we'll be continuing that off tonight, hopefully on the stream, so you come across and you see it on the website. Yeah, we have a very special weekender planned as well, where we're going to be answering all the questions that were asked to us there pretty recently, and you can come across, have a backstage account, and you can learn all about us. You can get a backstage for a nice 7-day free trial, as well, where you have cool painting guides and a whole pile of really cool stuff that's happening behind the scenes, and you can get merch to give to your granny as well for Beast of War at .equid.com. I'd also like to point out that I think if you go to the full browser, and if I hit end, and you click here, and you get to see, look at these beautiful faces. We have an About Us page now.
Yeah.
Look at, who is that? Who's that gorgeous man?
I don't know. I've never seen that man in my life.
Oh my goodness! All these beautiful
Ben!
faces.
Oh my God,
that was a good photo of you.
Yeah,
I didn't realise that this was all live now.
yeah, it is all live. It's all there. So we have, yeah, Ryan's got the doctorate pose there. So he has.
does, yeah.
So yeah, we'll bring it back up to the very top here.
Ryan either looks like he's about to say something very, very philosophical, or he's about to pull on a latex glove.
Both.
Or pop a pipe in his mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much for joining us in the Hobby Hangout this week. We've had a blast going through all the projects. Tune in. You're not streaming this week, are you? No.
I don't know yet.
Oh, you don't know? Okay. Well, tune in tonight from 7 p.m. where I'll be painting on my stream. And if you tune in this weekend, you get to learn all about us in the Weekender. Next week on the Hobby Hangout, we're going to be looking at the final week of the End Is Now project. So anyone who wants to get a project in as quick as you can, go for it now. There might be a chance for you to win some cool prizes from Foreground. I think John and I are going to go and watch the Diva trailer.
Yes.
Ben, thank you very much for joining us in Hobby Hangout. I will see you again later.
Indeed.
Bye everyone.
Bye, everyone.